Hey guys, this is RV Nas, and this is my video. I'm going to be commentating for the entire MKC match between Revolution and AE7. So here I get a shitty turn, but it's all good. Sonny's behind me on Maple, nothing new. It's Sonny's best track and one of my best tracks too. Oh yeah, and GP1, they lost a player who apparently had to eat, so they started a man down. We're playing GP1 as 5 vs 4. And Elchie shroom past Sonny and wound up knocking me off in first, which is kind of a pain in the ass, because I would have ran away. I just needed a little warm-up. That was my first race of the day. Or this is my first race of the day, rather. Driving right into bananas and shit, as you can see. Having a weak start, but it's okay. I'm pretty sure my team's in the front right now, for the most part. Oh yeah, that was a bit embarrassing. Just pretend you didn't see that. Just playing a little catch up with all these goldens and triple shrooms and shit. Hopefully I can get a mega or something here. More triple shrooms. Oh, they backspammed. Or no, Elche's partner hit him actually at that point, if I recall correctly. And now we have top 2 and they have 3rd or something. And they just hit Wacko, who's in 3rd place. So now we have top 3, which is very nice. Gonna do the cut, of course. Not as pathetic as last time with the golden, thankfully. Just running away with this one at this point, for the most part. Dark has the shock, so he was asking about canceling that blue shell because it's going for Sonny, but we decided not to because we have top 4 anyway. But the problem with that is that Dark fails the standing mini, Sonny fails the standing mini turbo by accident, and then Wacko taps him and he goes flying up in the air like he's doing a moon jump. So he got bumped really badly and he got a shitty position. He got 6 because of it, but he really had a giant lead even after he got blued, so we should have been top 4, but that one bump really screwed Sonny over badly. But still, top 3 is a great way to start the war. So just gonna continue on hopefully another great 64 race. And I run into the thwomp because I didn't want to readjust my line. As Jaws would say, I'm not moving for those fags. Anyway, enough of the Jaws quotes. We're in top 3 as usual. You're gonna see a lot of that this war. Just gonna jump in front of Sphinx. He has some items to backspam, so we take top 3 for a little while here. Sonny got shot at or something, so he had to use his bullet bill, so he comes back into the mix and we're in top 4 now. Jaws failed the cut, I think. Yeah, he failed the cut. It happens. I'm really stupidly pathetic at the ledge shortcut. That's why I don't go for it very often. 100 I could make it every time, but 150 I'm meh. I don't really like not wheeling on it, so I hit the next wall a lot of the time. Oh well. So here we are with Sonny front running. I know it's very odd. You'd assume that he would be dodging the shock right now or something, knowing Sonny, but he's front running. As you can see, it does happen. My lines are being a little crappy right now. High tricks and all that bad stuff. Sonny taking the ledge cut like a boss. That's how he gets this giant lead on me all of a sudden. His lines are just far too superior to mine. And disappoint. We're sitting in top 3. No real issues right now. Makes the race very nice and easy race, really. I think a blue went for Sunny again, and we were going to shock to cancel it this time because we regretted not doing it on Maple. So this time we canceled it, but one of their guys dodged with Jaws, and Jaws plans to backspam the guy, but he failed, so his red was actually getting shot back at me. Fortunately, I was able to evade it because I'm some kind of ninja. And now Boyna's in third, and Sunny tells Sphinx to go to the side so he could bomb him, and Sphinx did, and Sunny did. Just very great teamwork. Sunny's always impressing me each and every time I war with him. Dude's the GOAT! And we finish with top 3, top 4 even, and me and Jaws are on 30-22, top 2 both races. Pretty awesome. Moonview Highway. I start off pretty poorly as usual. This isn't really one of my better tracks. Get wheelie bumped, lose my green. So AE7 took, I believe, 2-3. Yeah, and we have 1-4-5. Jaws in first, Sphinx in fourth, and myself in fifth. Sunny and Dark are somewhere in the back. Dark you can see is last on the map. Wheelie bumped that guy on his screen, I guess. And that was a close shot, but not quite. Holding the blue for Jaws in first, and this guy uses a mega and dives into the bomb car to blow me up. Good move, except now I don't have to hold the blue shell, so works out for me. Maybe not for Jaws if he gets blued though. Assuming he's still first, which I'm pretty sure he is. Oh, and then I have this POW, and I believe 3 of the top 4 are Revolution. So as much as I'd like to use this POW, what 5th place item am I really going to get in a 9-player room that's going to benefit me so much? And I'm probably going to hurt my team if I use the POW. So I mentioned it once, no one said to use it or not use it, so I just decided, what the hell, I'll hold on to it and just take decent lines. Hopefully, okay, I get a start out of me. So now I don't have to hold the POW anymore, and I get to start again. Lap 3, shitty start to, or shitty ending to lap 3 so far. But that's what happens when you have to hold the blue and then hold the POW. And now Dark has the shock and I pull a golden, so it's pretty useless right now. And he's gonna shock for one of our guys, I think Sunny, because top 2 were about to cross, which were us I believe too. So it didn't make much of a difference. I'm not gonna catch anyone at this point, so I'll just take a last place. It happens. But we got top 3 because we had top 2 front running that whole race, and I believe Sunny was somewhere in the middle with a star, somewhere like 5th place or something. And then Dark gave him the dodge and he chained and caught up at the end to get a decent spot as well. That was annoying. I wanted that box. Now I want this box, and Jaws takes that box. So I have to keep diving in the backward strip. Sphinx got redded or something. Oh, this race is actually shitty for us, at the start at least. Jaws got hit, so we have bottom 3, and for some reason Dark decided to drop back, probably because he drops back a lot. He wanted to get the shock for us, which he made a little error. He hit the item box at 29 seconds or 28 seconds when he wanted to wait till 30, but he wasn't paying attention to the timer. Sunny just got hit too, slow owned I think. So anyways, Dark didn't get the shock because he got his item box a little early, so he has to try again. And because I'm in 5th with the bill, now his goal is pretty much to get the shock, because I ran this up pretty far, and this asshole is back spamming reds. Boyna. And I'm going to take a shitty line here so that he won't hit me, and apparently he was super wide, so he did hit me, even though I intentionally took a shit line. But whatever, it happens I guess. He may have predicted I was taking a shit line, or maybe his lines are that bad. Either way, I got owned because of it. But Sphinx and Sunny, I think, are both holding dodges, as am I. And Dark is still fighting to get the shock. I think we're bottom 5 right now even. We've been in top 2 or top 3 for most of all 3 races so far. So they finally have top 4 right now, which is giving them a lot of momentum, especially considering they only have 4. But one of their guys just got hit, so They've only got a few top spots. Jaws uses his Mega here to chain because Dark's just not getting the shock. And then I use my Bill right here, and Dark got the shock pretty much as I used the Bill, and Sunny got a Mega as Dark used the shock. So Sunny and I got to dodge just in time. I got to sweep into second place, which was nice. Although the shock was later than we wanted, but that's still a huge GP win for us. And here's the start of GP2. I like this track. Pretty good here, I'd say so. You wouldn't be able to tell based on that. That was pretty ugly, but it's okay. I think one of my teammates shrooms passed right here. Yeah, Jaws shroomed and he's lagging a little. Owns me off the wall because he's teleporty, but whatever. Not much you can do about that. Alright, so we're top 30 this race, and as much as Sphinx wants to backspam them, pretty sure he's holding a shroom now. So they could stay near Sphinx. I think one of them's right next to him. I'm about to look back, probably. Or not. So Sphinx is going to do the cut here. Take first. Still top 3. Tried to dodge the POW, of course. Wound up tricking. It happens. It's not that terrible. Except I hit the dirt like an idiot because I'm not used to being that wide there. And they're getting blued. They had a good strategy there. One says I'm going right, one says I'm going left. Worked out well. They're both okay. Or well, except the guy who got blued, which is Sphinx, of course. But he didn't own his teammate, is pretty much what I'm getting at. Figured someone might do the cut, so I got my red ready, and I made him pay. And I used my shroom because Sphinx just got a Mega and used it for the cut. I didn't want him to Mega me by accident. Get a little nervous here thinking he'll snipe me or something, Elche, but he doesn't, so it's all good. Jaws gets target powed and the blue's coming. Luckily he stayed wide so I wouldn't get hit. The other team uses shock, knocks off their own player and Elche, and Sunny predicted it, so he dodged in a Bill, and we got top 2 and 4-5 anyway, even with their shock. So I guess that was a fail on their part. They could have done something much better with it, I'm sure. Now here I'm just trying to block the cut. I'm not really focusing on the low jumps. Gotta focus on blocking the cut, which I did a pretty good job of it. One of them unblocked it though, even though my funky didn't cheer. I guess they hit it with a star or something. So I'm gonna have to block it again next lap probably. We have most of the top spots except Ades, who came in for this GP. And I'm pretty sure he DCs this GP too. He gets a red off, but it doesn't get me. Hard to red people on BC3 because of all these corners. Gonna try to block the cut again. I almost hit the flame, luckily I didn't. I feel like my cut block was a little weak because that flame made me nervous. I warned my team about that fib, and it's pretty good. You'll see next lap it's like inside of the real item box. The only issue is Sunny often gets confused. He always thinks the item box is real, no matter if it's fake or what. Oh, and one of our guys used that POW to target POW second. It was used well, man. I was not harmed at all in first. Sphinx was in a star, so Jaws used a Bill and Dark shocked for them. Although that was still kind of a not really well planned shock. Usually we wait it out, especially if we have first, so we just hold it, but it's okay. Only difference it makes now is we're gonna have to run away with top 3 rather than just first. A bit of a gamble though, because they could have dodged or something. Anyway, now watch my fib that I laid last lap. You see how it's inside the other box? It's pro. Gotta throw this away for Sphinx. I think somebody just hit my fib actually that I was talking about. Sphinx drafted me. That's fine. Oh yeah, over here, since I was first all race until the dodges, I was strongly considering greening Sphinx on the line, but I didn't want him to have a so I decided not to green shell him. I just let him survive. Top 3 that race. Good job by the team. Now we're playing BC Wii. I want to take first early because I'm pretty good here. Although I don't play so well in the beginning of this lap. I'm pretty sure that I slow on Jaws because I got the little bit of air there and I had to jump out of this wheelie. You could tell he's real close to me. And around here he tells me that he got wheelie bumped, so pretty sure I slow on him. But I pick up the pace a little bit this race. Bounced wide there, which sucked too. Not that it's a big deal. It's only a teammate behind me, but I don't know. I don't like slowing anybody. Especially teammates. He's still second though, so it is all good. And he pulls a Sherman second. And because I slow-owned him before, I just figured, what the hell, I may as well let him take first. So I'm going to go wide here, just so I can let him take first with his Sherm. In case they shoot a blue shell, we'll be in better shape. Unfortunately, he hits the fire. So my whole intent of him being in first in case there's a blue shell was just totally neutralized because he hit the fire, but it's okay. Pretty sure he got to use his Sherm to recover, and we're still top 2. Probably top 3 even, I'm not sure. And now I'm just running. I warned them of that green shell. It would have sucked if anyone hits that. It's like right behind the item box, pretty much invisible. At least very obscure due to the item box. Now here I'm just taking some pretty solid lines. Hoping they don't target shock me. We might have the shock actually. Oh yeah, we do have it. And there's going to be a misuse of the shock. Sonny actually calls it at a poor time because he didn't know a blue was in the air. Although it's partly my fault. As you can see, I should have waited. That blue shell got Jaws and he lost a spot because I didn't wait long enough at the line. I just didn't wheelie and figured that he'd get over the line too. But because the shock and the blue came, he wasn't able to cross the line, so he lost a placement, which is my bad. Now I look back and I crashed like a retard. Well, I didn't crash, but I drove in the dirt just as bad. Worse in some cases. That was a funny shot. That's dark. Don't want to get starred, so taking some crap lines here. Bullet bill always scares me on this track. Around here it likes to take good lines, so it's kind of a pain to avoid. Alright, now that Sphinx passed me, it's pretty much only the other team behind me, except Dark, so I decided to throw those greens back. I could do the cut here. I warned Sonny not to red me. Luckily I didn't shroom into that red or anything. Now Jaws is first, Sphinx is second, I'm fourth, and Sonny is fifth. Oh, they warned me of that red, but for some reason I was like only half listening and I almost dove right into it. And there, I don't know what I did, I just messed up really. Now I'm just praying to get a dodge item, and I get a star, which is awesome. I did not think I'd get a star. And what's dumb about this is we might have had the shock. I think we might have. I'm pretty sure we did, but I just wasn't aware for some reason. So I didn't say anything, and I don't really like rushing the shock usage, so I probably wouldn't say anything if it happened again, especially because I wasn't sure if we had it. Now here's the start of GP3. We won GB2 by a pretty big amount. It's Dry Ruins right now, and GP3's Mirror, and as you're gonna see quite clearly, this GP Mirror is kind of my weakness. My lines go to shit on Mirror. I'm like a Division 1 player on 150 and 100, and then when it's Mirror, I am, to put it simply, I'm not a Division 1 player. Although I still do pretty well. It's not like lines are everything on Wi-Fi. But like, that's a 40-second lap. On 150 I would definitely get much lower than 40.2 lap 1. Doesn't matter. It's all you need really to just keep first. So Dark was gonna front run now, and I'm missing tricks and crap. It's just, it's just gross the way I play on Mirror. Although I managed to get a decent lead here, which is really sad on the behalf of everyone else in the room. This part I did well. That's the only thing I did well this race though. Another 40.2. Ew. We have top 3 I believe, and Jaws is doing the golden strat, as you can see on the map. And I'm missing tricks still. Just as bad as lap 2. The only issue here is that the other team got the shock, which is pretty much what happens every time that Dark's not in the back, because nobody else is going to be in the back. And Elche gets in front of me and he's committing the robbery, even though I was first for literally the entire race. But honestly, I don't even deserve first for playing that poorly, so not a big deal. I'll accept the second place. We still won the race by a shitload with their shock, you know. Now Mushroom Gorge. This one I'm not even going to say Mirror is my excuse. I'm just pathetic on Mushroom Gorge. Any CC. I get some serious slow owning on this though. Because I trick on this third shroom, which I know I'm not supposed to, and I don't do really on 150, but yeah, see, get slow owned by my banana. And then I don't trick for some reason. I don't know, I'm always afraid I'm going to overshoot these shrooms, but I do usually trick on the shroom before the green one, of course. But, I don't know. It didn't go, which happens a few times this GP. Like on Dry I was missing tricks, and here I missed some tricks too that I meant to get. Backspammed one of them. We have a pretty good top 3. Jaws had a Sherman first, I think, but he lost it because of the POW. I think that's what happened with him. He sniped the Goomba, and because he likes to hear the noise it makes when you snipe it. So Sphinx took the shroom, and we're top 3. Throw those greens back. Didn't get anyone, unfortunately, but oh well. Still top 3. And I almost went over the thing, but not quite. That worked out, even though I got wheelie bumped. I still maintained most of my speed. We have the shock, and they were talking about using it. I missed the trick again, but I blocked the red right there. We were talking about using it, but they're in a mega, so. And Sonny's gonna call it. And for some reason, I drove in the grass. I'm gonna blame the blooper, or the fact that a new shock was about to come, or that it's Mirror, or that it's Mushroom Gorge. Oh boy, this is easily the most embarrassing race of the entire war. Anyone who knows me well knows this is my best track. I'm 11th in the world on it right now. I was 10th up until yesterday because Mario beat my time. Fuck you, Mario. Now I'm 11th. And I go for an item box here because I know it will still be there. That was really ugly, I know. But most of my racing was really ugly on mirror. If you've been watching this GP, I'm sure it's hard to disagree with that. Sphinx got hit by a random red over there. Oh, this sucked. TC and I magically don't dodge the POW, even though I definitely shook my Wiimote to dodge it. So I just sat here. Get the item, you know. Oh, Smoke's playing this GP, by the way. Instead of Ades, he had to go. And he did DC, I think, on the 3rd or 4th race last GP, like I mentioned. So over here I'm in 9th with the Bill, which does not happen often for me on Summit. 52nd lap, which is unheard of for me on Summit. Dark has the shock though, and the game plan right now is to just run this up, go for the double, and if I'm failing it, which I probably will be as I'm pathetic at it on mirror, and it's blocked, as you can see by a fib, I'm going to use the Bill and he'll shock for me. Which, that's how it works out. And he's about to shock. Or no, he didn't have it. Sphinx gets it right here and uses it at the very last second, although I didn't even gain a spot because of it. But we won the race anyway, I think, or lost it by 1 or something. And here's the final race of the war. It's almost over. Glad he didn't try to TC me. Hate TCs. I like how Jaws went sideways into all those item boxes. He stayed back there just because there was a, what you call it, a TC coming for him. He refused to get TC'd. Anyway, I wound up driving the Bill up. And I'm going to wind up failing in the dirt in a second right here, so I figured I'll just use my Bill now. It's pretty bad on this track considering if I could even get a Sherman second, it's better than having a Bill in 8th, you know? And I pull Sherman 4th, which is very awesome. Looks like the other team's in a mega behind me. And I go for cut, which Sphinx almost blocks it from me. And the best part about this cut is that the other team uses the shock while I did the cut. So I get to dodge the other team's shock. That's awesome. And I established quite the lead during that too. Obviously I should be establishing a lead, you know? And they use a POW here, which scares me because I've been POW'd off over here many times. But Dark wanted to get the blue shell out of Sphinx. Sphinx didn't want to hold it or something, which turns out to actually fuck us up. I don't know. I think POWing him to get a blue shell out was probably a bad move, considering I get blued because of it. Which doesn't seem so bad right now, because I still have a decent lead, but people could do the cut still. And Dark gets the shock, and 2 of our guys did the cut, so they were not sure about whether they should shock or not, and they wound up saying yes to use the shock, which was a bad idea considering the other team dodged first. So they get to win the race, or at least first place on it. So the shock didn't work out too well, but overall we won the war. Hope you enjoy it.